Twinning furnaces is a method of connecting two or more furnaces together to achieve a larger heating or cooling capacity. In tech support, we get many questions about twinning furnaces, and we reply that there are kits that are available to twin furnaces. You'll notice that this installation instruction covers non-condensing furnaces and condensing gas furnaces with PSC motors or FCT, which are ECM motors. So there's a wide variety of different ways and different models of furnaces that you can twin if it fits your application. Airflow is extremely important in any installation with a gas furnace or fan coil. Especially when twinning gas furnaces, airflow becomes a very important factor. In the diagram on the left, you have a return air on one side of the furnace. As long as you have the distance for the can the furnaces are going to sit on. If you don't have the distance, then on the right-hand side, it's shown the two returns on both sides with a small 8-inch can on the bottom. Make sure that you refer to the manufacturer's specifications for airflow and for duct design to the furnaces. They, of course, will have a common supply air plenum, and make sure that you meet all the requirements for the distances and measurements that the manufacturer requires. Here you see a horizontal application where the furnaces are back to back. They could also be stacked in an attic application, but again, make sure that you consult the manufacturer's recommendations for horizontal applications. Here you see some examples of a downflow application, and again, you have certain measurements that you need to maintain for the furnaces. You also see for the horizontal applications, and as I stated before, the twin furnaces in some cases can be stacked. And also, any notes that the manufacturer puts on these installation guides, make sure that you follow them to the T when twinning furnaces. When twinning gas furnaces, the venting requirements remain the same. The concentric kit that is used in most applications, and the two-pipe arrangement. One thing that you want to make sure when you're venting twin furnaces is that you vent them together and do not send one out one side of the building and the other one out the other side or out the roof. If you do this, if the wind is blowing on one side of the structure and not on the other, you could have pressure switch trips, and this could be a real problem when you have twin furnaces. A lot of twinning kits will use relays to transfer the signal from the thermostat to the furnaces and to accomplish other things such as heat pump applications. Many twinning kits will specify they're for air conditioners only, so if you're installing heat pumps, you'll want to make sure you get a twinning kit that will apply to heat pumps. Another thing that you need to be very concerned about when installing twin furnaces are the transformers. Each furnace has a transformer, and many kits will direct you to install a field supplied transformer to power the relays that you're using. If they do this, you will have to make sure that your transformers are wired correctly, and if they need to be phased together, follow the manufacturer's instructions to do this so you don't blow fuses when you power up the systems. There are also twinning kits that are solid state, where you just make your thermostat connections and connections to furnace 1 and furnace 2, and you're done. You don't have to install field installed relays or transformers. It's all done on the twinning control panel that's already pre-wired and has the electronics to accomplish what you need to do with a twinning system. Some twinning kits will have a wiring harness that will tie the two furnaces together and make sure that the furnaces operate simultaneously. And there may also be some requirements for additional limit switches and auxiliary limit switches or rollout switches. Another term that you might hear is paralleling systems. When you have an application such as an older church building where you can't put rooftops on the roof, paralleling systems is sometimes a way to go, and running ductwork through the sanctuary and the vaulted ceilings becomes a challenge. In paralleling systems, you're going to have two AC or heat pump systems, and you'll run the ductwork down the sides of the sanctuary ceiling, and the two systems will be controlled by a single thermostat. By doing this, you can have the capacity that you need for the building, and it will be controlled by one thermostat, so you will not have systems fighting each other to control the space.
Go to Airefco.com for more videos, like, subscribe, and check back every week for new videos.